Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are live, and today on Mindset Monday, we are going to talk about getting it done no matter what, getting things done intentionally, right? But not sacrificing key moments or vacations or trips with your family. And I think this is huge because as entrepreneurs or people that are in sales, right, we've all done it. I can vividly remember some trips early in my career I did not take. One in particular, before I found out my mom was sick, that I wish I took, but I was at work instead. And you'll never get that time back. So I think this is a really, really important topic. So Dave,
Yeah.
how was your weekend? What'd you wind up doing? Talk to us about this topic.
Yeah, man, it was good. And you just kind of touched on something that's important to me. Like when you just said your mom was sick, one of the promises that my wife and I kind of made to ourselves, my son was really young. My daughter wasn't even here yet after she passed away 5 years ago, that when we have the opportunities to do things as a family or as a unit that, take them because you don't know if you're going to get that back. Right. Like my mom was very young for her age. And I also didn't get to experience a lot of that stuff when I was my kid's age. So I always feel that stuff is very important, not to be too rigid, right, and one dimensional in daily life. But the weekend, man, the weekend was awesome. Friday later in the afternoon, decided to take a trip down to Baltimore to a to a Kids Bop concert. But so go easy on me, don't roast me too bad for that one. But
I
no,
don't
man.
even know what a Kids Bop concert is, so I can't roast you for it.
Well, that's good. So Kids Bop is for those of you that don't know, it's popular songs, music, tracks that are currently out today, but they put it in a kid version, maybe change the lyrics up a little bit, and it's older kids or preteens that are doing the singing of these hit songs. And it's pretty cool. They have them singing and dancing on stage, these kids. And man, bring your earplugs when you're around 10,000 kids dancing in the aisles and so forth and banging into it's almost like a mosh pit of little kids, man. It's pretty wild. It's unique. That was my first time ever going to one. This is my son's second time, believe it or not. And it was really cool kind of just seeing them in their elements. But there was a lot of things, a lot of stuff that had to get done on Friday before we left, right? Time block, meetings on Friday. We did our call on Friday morning, you and I. Uh,
Yep.
and then, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go down. We have this blocked. We get to the hotel. We go to the concert, and that's it. Shut everything down for that night. Stay in the hotel. Wake up the next morning. Meeting in the morning. Check some emails. Had a couple phone calls had to make. Check out. Breakfast, some sightseeing and the aquarium, and then we came home later that night, got dinner, and it was awesome, man. It was a really good experience. But it's also important that, hey, you can't shut down everything at once, right? Like you can't forget about business, you can't forget about other obligations with your team, but you can't forget about your family either. And I used to be really guilty of that, man. Like even just coming back from the Outer Banks, to where you try to shut it down completely, and all you do, man, is you create chaos for yourself. When you come back, you open your inbox and you got 1,000 emails. You
Hmm.
have all these unread text messages, and you're like, holy shit, dude, like what happened? What did I do to myself? And it's not really healthy, man. It's not healthy on both sides. Then you got to explain to your family, hey, I need to lock myself in the office for the next 12 hours to play catch up.
Hmm.
It's not fun. It's not healthy, man.
No. I think that there's ways to do it, right? And here's what I'll tell you. I try to schedule out everything, okay, in my calendar, right? And that's all aspects. It's family life, it's date night, it's my kids' games, and then it's work. All right. And honestly, it's not easy, but there are some hacks that I've learned along the way that I want to share. Like, so one I'll give you guys is like when I go away, the best vacation ever for this, you guys have heard me talk about it, was Hawaii. And it's great because I could get up in Hawaii at, I forget what time it was, but it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. All right. And I could work from, let's say, 5 to 9, and that covered the majority of the day. I think that was like the equivalent of me working from like 8 to 3 in New York time or whatever it was, something like that. And me being able to do that I actually got all my work done in the morning, and then we did whatever we wanted to do that day. Was we went to whatever beach it was, whatever tourist destination it was. We went everywhere, and I didn't have anything that was really holding me back. And that was a great trip. And so my kids got their vacation. I got to be able to work a little bit, and I didn't come home to something that was a complete disaster, right? I'll give you an example. Aruba, I do the same thing, but I do a little bit in the morning, a little bit right before we're going to go to dinner, and the rest of the time my phone is away, right? And I have everything set up to handle any of the excess and any of the overflow. And for us, this has always worked out really well. So making it so you can handle business, but also spend quality time with your family is a must. And one of the biggest hacks I've ever done for this, and it took me a very, very long time to realize, I used to live about 45 minutes to an hour away from my office. All right. So, like the first 8 years of my career, 9 years of my career, if work ended at 6, I'd probably work till 6:30, 7 o'clock. And then it would take me about an hour to get home to about 9 o'clock. So my kids they always got used to staying up late, waiting for me, which I didn't realize I was doing, but I did. And it happened with all of them. By the time I realized I was doing that, okay, I actually moved the office to around the corner from me. And ever since I did that one time, I've always kept the office within about no less than 10 miles to where my house is. All right. And why do I do this? I did it intentionally. Okay. I did it because I get to work late, and then it only takes me 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get home.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm working till 7:30 or 7, but I'm still getting home by 7:15, 7:30. Right. So I get more time with my kids. It's scheduling and optimizing your life. And I get that, hey, you might be working for somebody else, so you might not be able to do it, at least in that sense. But how else can you schedule your life? Can you work remote 3 days a week? Right? Can you? There are things that you can do to optimize it so you are not missing out on all that family time. Also, there are things that you can do to push your life and propel your life forward when you have that downtime. Like when I was driving, that was a great time for me to listen to audiobooks, or a great time for me to listen to podcasts and learn. Right. So I was always trying to optimize this dead time in my life. And I'm going to tell you guys, if you guys can figure out a way to do that, and usually it starts with, hey, I'm going to put my entire calendar, okay, on my entire life on the calendar, meaning both family stuff, partner stuff, business stuff, sports, anything and everything you could think of. It makes it easier. And then you can go in there and schedule time to knock stuff out, even if you're on vacation. All right. That just keeps everything moving, keeps the momentum going forward. And then this way you don't feel like you're sacrificing so much, okay, to get done what you need to get done. So I hope that helped. Dave, what else you got on this?
I mean, look, man, basic communication, right? Take for granted for that today. Most younger people don't really know how to converse in general, right? But converse within not only your team and let them know like what's going on with you and so forth, but also like within your family, right? I think a lot of people overlook that. Hey, I got this on my schedule. How am I supposed to know, right? Time blocking, everything's super important. But one of the things that changed for us a lot over the last probably 2 years was connecting our calendars together. So that way, if I put something in the calendar, my wife sees it, and vice versa. So we know what's going on with us. We know what's going on with the kids. Even all my kids' stuff, dude. Like karate's in there every day that my son goes. Right, cheerleading's in there every day that my daughter goes. Whether I put it in there or my wife, it's all blocked out. So we know everything that's going on, right? When my wife goes back to school, all her faculty meetings after school, all her after school stuff. So that way usually every Sunday we say, hey, is there a couple days this week, or what do you have going on, or check the calendar just to kind of refresh it. And it keeps everything fluid within the household. So then there's no surprises, there's no overlap, there's no, hey, you didn't put this in the now it's, hey, you didn't put this in the calendar. And that's a rule. Like, we'll check each other if, hey, you didn't put that shit in there. Like, what are you doing? You know, so it keeps it kind of fun too, and gets you talking smack back and forth with each other a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's a game changer, right? Just to be able to do that, to set it up that way. And then it also allows you to find that extra time, right? Like, if you know your kids get up at 7 o'clock, that means that, hey, from 6 to 7, you can basically have uninterrupted work time. You just got to get up.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So,
that morning time is everything, man. Like, if you can, and that's the last thing, if you could buy back some time by waking up earlier, they say beating the sun up, right? I call it beating the family up. Like, you know, not in that sense, but you're beating them from waking up, right? So you have an hour to go to the gym, read, you know, check your day, get some things done in that 3 or 4 hours of time that you have before your house and the rest of the world is up.
100%. Well, guys, listen, I know you got something out of this, so please share this with someone that needs to hear it. We appreciate you, and we'll catch you on Financial Fitness Friday. Take care, guys.
Be great, Joe.